So mechanism of the concentration of the urine. Mammals producing a concentrated urine to conserve the water. You know that how much filtrate is produced in a day? 180 liters per day. And amount of urine? 1.5 liter of urine is produced per day, while amount of the filtrate is 180 liter. So most of the water back into the body, and a very little amount of water is released as the urine in comparison to the filtrate. So how the organism, why the animals, why the mammals, how mammals producing such concentrated urine? So we have to study mechanism of concentration of urine. One process by which organism producing the concentrated urine process is called as the counter current mechanism. Counter current mechanism by which mammals producing the concentrated urine. So the question is that what is the counter current mechanism? So the cyclic movement of sodium ion and chloride ion is called counter current. This is the method by which the mammals producing the concentrated urine. The movement of sodium ion from the filtrate into the interstitial fluid takes place. By movement of this in the sodium chloride ion or the NaCl, by the movement of the NaCl and the urea, osmolality is maintained, and its osmolality is different in different regions, in the cortex region and in the medulla region. Cortex region, its osmolality is very less, while when we moves towards the medulla region, gradually there is an increase into the osmolality. And this counter current mechanism takes place in both Henle's loop and vasa recta. This counter current mechanism takes place in Henle's loop and vasa recta. So, one diagram. one term here that is osmolality. It is given here in different regions. It changes. So first you know what is the osmolality. So the measurement of solute concentration of solution is called osmolality. The measurement of solute concentration, the measurement of solute concentration of solution is called osmolality. So its osmolality increases from the cortex region to medulla region. Means the amount of the solute molecules, concentration of the solute molecules gradually increases from the when we move from the cortex region toward the inner medulla region. Outer medulla region there is less, and when we move toward the inner medulla, its concentration gradually increases. So how this takes place both inside the vasa recta, and you know what is vasa recta? Vasa, I have told you last time that is in some places that is the peritubular capillaries are parallel, and these places are called as the vasa recta. So here diagram it is given here. Here 300 and here also 300, and three regions are there. This is cortex region, and this is the medulla region. This is the outer medulla, and this is the inner medulla. And here it is up to 1200 milliosmol per liter. Here thousands, and here 800. Here also 800, here 600, and here 400. here NaCl, NaCl and urea. And next you can see here, this is Henle's loop. Piece of this. So here you see how this movement takes place. This is the region. What we are asking is what fluid is filled here? Interstitial fluid. There is the interstitium or the interstitial fluid is there. Interstitial fluid is here. Understanding you? This is interstitial fluid, and in this interstitial fluid, these structures are formed. This is what is the name of this structure? What is the name of this structure? This is the nephron's Henle's loop. This is Henle's loop. This is Henle's which limb? Descending limb, and this is ascending limb. And you know, from this region, when its movement takes place, you know the nature of this limb and this limb. This limb, descending limb, is permeable for the water but impermeable for the solids. So understanding you? So when this is nephric filtrate, you know that there will be, this is the what we are asking. Proximal convoluted tubules, this one is this is distal convoluted tubules. Proximal convoluted receives the filtrate from the Bowman's capsule. Nephric filtrate is here, and nephric filtrate contains a huge amount of the water and the useful substances. Water concentration is more in this region. Water concentration is more, and but solute concentration is less. So here it is the 300 milliosmol per liter. Means the solute concentration is very less. Solute concentration is very, suppose there is 1 liter of the water. 1 liter of the water, and in this 1 liter of the water we have only the 5 mg of the salt. Understand? So here we reduce the amount of the water. We reduce the amount of the water. If 100 liter is there, their amount of water become the 900 ml. Then osmotic milliosmol per liter increases. There initially more solvent was there, and here solvent amount is reduced. In this way also the osmol concentration increases. So understand, here 300 are there, observation takes place, and here when they reach their milliosmol concentration is nearly 400 milliosmol per liter. 400 milliosmol per liter, and more amount of the water, from the nephric filtrates from the descending limb of the Henle enters into the interstitial or the interstitium. It enters into the interstitium. What will happen? If more and more water moves out, then milliosmol concentration increases. Suppose water is there, in water we added amount of the salt, we remove the water by the process of evaporation or by other ways, then milliosmol concentration will increases. In the same way, water molecules move from this region to this region, so concentration, milliosmol concentration increases. When it reaches, this happens into the outer medulla region. And when it reaches into the inner medulla region, more and more water is transported into the interstitium. So milliosmol concentration increases, and its amount reaches up to the 1200 milliosmol per liter. Here which substrate is removed? Only water. By the removing of the water, the milliosmol concentration increases, and when it reaches into this region, where region this is the inner medulla region, its amount is more reduces, and when it moves, this is which limb is this? Ascending limb. What is nature of ascending limb? It is impermeable to solvent or the water, but permeable for the sodium ion. sodium and chloride or the NaCl. So when it moves into this region, its milliosmol concentration also 400 here. 400 it is also here. No, here it will be 600. Here it will be 600 nearly. So when it moves, here will be 800. And when it moves, more and more sodium ion, now sodium ion moves. Then sodium ion moves, then milliosmol decreases. It is same way as 1 liter of water was there, and by reducing water, and its concentration, milliosmol concentration increases. Now if we remove the solute, then also decreases in the milliosmol concentration here. So by the two process, either by adding solute or by removing the either by the removing the solvent or by removing the solute, by two ways. So here in this region, in the descending limb, removal of the water, but here in this region, removal of the NaCl. So ascending limb is permeable for the solute. So solute is NaCl from the ascending limb transferred or moves into the interstitium. Understanding? And so there is a decrease in the milliosmol per liter, and it reaches up to this region, and gradually, and when it moves, enters into the collecting tube. When this collecting tube moves into the outer medulla region, more and more amount of the water is transferred from the collecting tube into the interstitium. Understand? When it moves into the inner medulla region, its concentration is nearly 1200 milliosmol per liter, because in this region having the more and more, and some amount of urea to maintain the osmolality. This some amount of urea is also diffused into the inner medulla region. Up to this region, this concentration is nearly as the concentration inside the Halley's loops, and here its concentration is nearly 1200 milliosmol per liter. This is the method of conservation of the water, conservation of water. Otherwise 180 liter of water was the solute Nephric filtration, that converted into the 1.5 liter. So in this way, the one counter current mechanism takes place in the Halley's loop, and other inside the vasa recta. In the vasa recta, what happens? NaCl from the interstitium enters into the where? This is the two limbs are there. This is the descending. This is the descending limb. This is descending limb blood. You know that this is the how it is called. This is the afferent arteriole or efferent arteriole. Efferent arteriole. From the efferent arterioles, blood enters into the Bowman's capsule, and here filtration takes place, ultrafiltration takes place, and after ultrafiltration it comes out via the efferent arterioles, and this efferent arterioles makes peritubular capillary network, and some of the peritubular capillary network form the vasa recta. So here NaCl from the interstitium comes into the vasa recta efferent. This is the this is the descending limb. NaCl comes, so by which here its concentration of the blood also increases here. Gradually this is also increases, and one stage come at the concentration in value 1200 milliosmol per liter, and this also decreases, and after that its concentration also increases. Sodium chloride comes in this region, it is added into here, and NaCl come here, and also from when it reaches in this, which limb is this? Ascending limb. When it reaches into the ascending limb, again enters into the interstitium. So in this way, what NaCl come by this way, and also come by this way, interstitium. So this is a cyclic movement of NaCl takes place here. Cyclic movement of NaCl takes place here also. So in this way, by the counter current mechanism, mammals producing the concentrate urine, and the nephric filtrate, which was about 180 liter per day, was reduced in the form of urine as nearly 1.5 liter per day.